He died from... Have you been eating cream rolls?
Hey guys, what is up? I'm Max.
I'm Wenji and welcome back to Reacticorns.
Today, it's a sad day.
Why?
We're gonna be finding
It's raining
out...
today.
Well,
That's why.
that is...
But it's a happy day. I love rain. I love rain.
You love rain.
It's thunderstorming. I love it.
She's quite strange. Do any of you guys love thunderstorms? She gets really excited.
So excited.
Well, today we're going to be finding out the dumbest ways people die. Maybe one of them was standing outside in a thunderstorm
Why?
with like a long
Why are we
umbrella.
covering such morbid topics lately?
So it's educational, okay? So that means if you guys learn something from this, don't do what these people did.
Okay.
See?
Alright.
Michael Godwin was set to be executed by electric chair. Okay.
He must have done something bad to deserve that.
Yeah, yes. Must have.
So don't do whatever that was. We don't know what it is.
He got his sentence commuted to life in prison.
Okay.
Okay, so that's like a downgrade. He tried to fix a TV in his cell and used his own teeth as tools to fix some wiring.
Bite into it or something.
He bit into a live wire and ended up dying by electrocution anyway.
Oh no. Yeah, don't nibble on those wires, guys.
I mean, you would know not to use your mouth
Not
like
everyone
electrical
knew.
wires.
My little bunny rabbit didn't know. He
Your-
bit every single wire in the house.
A human should know not to use your teeth to bite into electrical wire.
I accidentally stuck my finger in a PowerPoint.
Did you get electrocuted?
It was very painful.
Are you serious? You're lucky to be
I
alive.
was trying to plug in something and my finger got stuck when the little plug bit was in the socket a little bit and my finger slipped in before it went all the way in.
Did you get zapped?
I got zapped and it was one of the most painful experiences of my life.
You could have died.
I could have died.
You could have been on this list.
Be careful plugging in things, guys. Always ask an adult if you're not sure.
Wow, that is
It
scary.
was so painful.
Well, this guy died by electrocution anyway, even though he was originally sentenced to electric chair. So, you know, sometimes some things are just meant to be, okay?
In a weird, morbid way.
Very morbid, but you know, sometimes you just can't escape destiny. Like Pink Unicorn being the blue unicorn. In 2002, a Romanian man was waiting for a train. He decided not to use the schedule. Instead, he got onto the tracks, put his ear to the ground, and listened for the train. Didn't notice that an express train was coming into the station and instantly killed him.
Okay, first of all, who does that? You know not to go on the tracks.
There are specific rules that say do not go on the tracks.
Right,
There's
like
even yellow lines.
warning signs. You should know not to go on the tracks.
I mean, it's
Don't
just...
even lean over the line. Like, don't even
Yeah.
go near the line.
If you're playing with something and it falls on the tracks,
just let
don't
it go.
get it. Let it go.
Just
Say goodbye
not worth your life.
to your cherished childhood toy. Like, just, it's not worth it.
Nope.
My question is, right, he was waiting for a train. He didn't want to use the schedule. But how is listening for the train tracks going to help anyway? Like, the train is just going to come when it's going to come.
Right.
It's not going to make it come any quicker. You just sit there and wait like a normal
Yeah,
person.
just be patient.
And also, has he done this before? Like, does he know that it works? Clearly, he didn't pick up on the fact that there was a train coming. So
It's because it was an express train. It's probably going quicker than he normally, like the slow train.
Oh, okay. Well, clearly, I think this guy didn't think things through at all.
No.
Unfortunate and very dumb. A 24-year-old Washington man named Philip Quinn bought a lava lamp.
Okay, that's a very
Quite
normal
a
thing.
common
I quite like lava lamps.
thing to do.
Yeah, they're pretty to look at.
We don't have one in our house.
No, we don't have a lot in our house.
Don't make it sound like we live in an empty house.
Apart from this thing you see at the back, it's all empty.
That's not true. Anyway, he plugged it in and it hadn't heated quickly enough in a few minutes. When it didn't do anything in that time, he decided to heat it up himself, take matters into his own hands. He put it on the stove.
Okay.
It exploded and killed him. That is crazy.
From like burns?
Yeah, like what killed him? Did like a shard of glass explode?
Oh, it could be glass too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be burns and glass, both very painful sounding.
But also, I didn't know that a lava lamp needed to heat up. to actually work. Did you know that?
Yeah. That's how the little globulars go up and down. It needs to melt and then go up and down.
My whole life has been a lie. I didn't know that's how it worked.
Yeah, it needs to be warm.
How do you think heating it up on a stove would do the same thing?
Again, I have no idea. You cannot explain stupidity sometimes.
Guys, don't heat up a lava lamp on a stove if that thought even ever crossed your mind, which hopefully it didn't.
Just return it and get a new one.
Or you can make your own lava lamps. Did you know you could do that? Didn't you make one?
I'm coming out with one.
Oh, are you? Oh, wait. Did you just give something?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Nothing was said, guys.
Nothing was said, but keep an eye out
Hint.
at Target.
Hint.
In
What?
a couple. What?
Prabhu Bhattara was on the way home from a wedding in India, saw a bear, and wanted the photo op.
Always want the photo op with the bear. They're kind of cute.
He sidled up to the bear, which struck him, and a struggle ensued. A stray dog tried to help, but failed to stop the bear. The man died on the spot.
Bears are dangerous, guys, especially brown bears, apparently. Is it brown or black that's the most?
Well, this one's a black bear in the picture, but I would say if you do see a bear, don't worry about what color it is. Just assume it's dangerous. That's the safest thing.
True. Polar bears are one of the most dangerous, actually.
Exactly, and that's why. So I think we got all colors covered. Like,
Okay.
it's not a good idea.
All bears are dangerous.
Correct.
Apart from your teddy bear at home.
And apart from We Bear Bears. He probably watched too many episodes of We Bear Bears and thought they were all friendly.
Yeah.
And wanted a photo opportunity. Like, what kind of person is like, oh, there's a bear, let me just take a selfie with it? Like, something's missing.
If you're close enough for a selfie, that's too close.
Even a dog was smarter than the man. You know, the dog knew he was walking into trouble. Gary Hoyt became well known for his death.
Ooh, that's not something.
He would show the strength of his boardroom's unbreakable windows by throwing himself against them. You know this ain't gonna end good. He's hurling himself at windows just to show they're unbreakable. No prizes for anyone that guesses what happened to him. One day he did this and they finally broke, and he plunged 24 stories to his death. Witnesses said he'd do this to impress visitors, but always had harmlessly bounced off.
I believe the windows were strong, but after every day of someone throwing themselves at the window, they obviously weakened over time.
Yep. Started creating these little micro cracks in them day by day, and then one day, boom. Imagine being the visitor on that day.
Quite a visit.
What would you do? Well, like he's like, trust me. You're like, come on, you don't have to show me. I believe you that the windows are strong. No. Trust me. You got to see this. You got to see this. Like, what would you do as a visitor?
I would be traumatized for life.
Right?
It would be a bad visit.
So thoughtless of him.
Right?
To traumatize the visitors like that. How dare he? Louis Dethy. That's already a bad sounding last name.
Yeah.
He is a senior citizen that believed his kids and grandkids just wanted money. Booby-trapped his house with 19 concealed shotguns on fishing wire. He intended for his whole family to be killed when claiming the house. He ended up triggering his own trap. Police suspected suicide until a detective was almost killed by another trap.
Well, he seems kind of loopy to begin with.
If you booby-trap your own house, you better make sure that you know where the booby traps are.
I know, but if you're booby trapping your own house to kill your family, that a loopy person right there.
His family just wanted his money. He didn't want to give it to them.
They don't deserve to die. Just don't give it to them. Just write them out
Change
of the
your will.
will.
Yeah, change your will.
Don't like shoot them.
You have two options, Mr. Dethy. Change your will or rig up your house with 19 traps attached to shotguns.
Doesn't make sense.
Both equally valid options.
Yeah, I'm sure.
One is easier than the other. Okay, one doesn't involve you potentially killing yourself. In South Korea, a 28-year-old man played StarCraft for 50 hours straight.
Oh gosh.
I mean, I've played games for pretty long. Like, I used to go to my friend's place. We'd have sleepovers with like epic game marathons. I don't think I ever played for 50 hours, but I probably played for like 30 hours. What?
What? That's more than a day of not sleeping.
That's the whole point of sleepover marathons.
No,
why do you think people go and have sleepover marathons? You just play games.
You play till you go to sleep and then sleep and wake up and play.
But then that's like playtime that you're missing out on.
You're crazy.
Okay.
I've gone on those, but I only play until I go to sleep.
You're not a real gamer. That's why I'm the one with the gaming channel. Check out Max Miller. It's my gaming channel. I've linked it down below. Do it, guys.
I play Roblox on there sometimes too.
True.
Coerced.
Don't say that. It makes me sound like a dictator, which I am, but I don't want it to be known. Anyway, this guy played 50 hours. He hadn't slept or eaten much and only stopped to go to the toilet. At least he did that. He ended up dropping dead of exhaustion. That must have been some intense StarCraft clicking.
Exhaustion?
Yeah, that's a weird way to die.
I feel like you would, it'd be because you forgot to eat or forgot to drink water. Not like...
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone dying out of just pure exhaustion.
Yeah, because I think you'd just fall asleep at the computer before you die.
Right.
Like your body would force you to take a nap.
Yeah, like me. Like that's what happens to me all the time. Whenever I'm exhausted.
Wake up with keyboard marks on your cheek.
I work a lot, and then whenever I want to sleep, if I didn't make it to the bed, I'll just sleep on my computer chair.
Or the floor. I've seen the floor.
Or a bathtub. That's happened.
Really?
Yeah, I went to sleep in a bathtub. When I was here, I just lay in the bathtub and fell asleep one day by accident.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this.
I did. I told you I slept in a bathtub like the other day.
I didn't take you seriously because I didn't think you
thought I was joking. I'm never joking. It was pretty comfy. Not gonna lie.
That's what happens when I go overseas.
Swedish King Adolf Fredrik became known as the man who ate himself to death. Sounds like me. In 1771, he had a meal of lobster, caviar, sauerkraut, kippers, champagne, and 14 servings of his favorite dessert. Oh, cream sweet rolls in hot milk.
14 servings.
Oh, cream rolls.
That sounds like a heart attack waiting.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Off.
Cream rolls.
Off Blue Unicorn.
So what happened? He just ate it and died? He had the 14th cream roll, and that was one too many.
Could you eat it? Could your stomach explode from expanding or something? Or was it so rich that he had a heart attack?
Honestly, a good way to go. If I had to go, I would go.
He'd be sleeping in a bathtub and then eating his way
with
to
a
death.
cream roll hanging out of my mouth oh.
One day I'm come home find you like that.
At least you know that I went happy. Alright. The fastest human can run about 27 miles per hour, but only after some acceleration. A Dutch teenager felt he could beat this and used a car to prove it.
Okay.
He set cruise control to 20 miles per hour and hopped out of the driver's seat to run alongside the car and get back in. He immediately fell and hit his head on the road and died the next day.
Well, you know what this video has taught us? Trying to prove something is never worth your death.
That's right. Don't be dumb. You think you can just go from 0 to 20 miles an hour like this, like you're some kind of machine? You ain't no machine. You're just a lowly human.
He died from... Have you been eating cream rolls? Well, he died from jumping out of the car. Don't jump out of a car.
Yeah, don't jump out of a car. That's crazy talk. Alexander Sasha Chechnik pulled the pin out of a hand grenade for a social media pic. He texted his friend, who replied in alarm. This is his friend, and this is him showing his friend that he pulled out the pin. And his friend said, what does this say? Can anyone read this?
Probably says, why are you so stupid?
Yeah, what on earth are you doing? Are you crazy? To be right? Are you crazy? To be right? Are you crazy? Anyway, he thought it could only explode if you threw it. And he couldn't put the pin back in, so eventually it exploded in his hand and killed him. That is definitely one of these head in the hand moments.
It's called face palm.
Yes, that one. Face palm.
Head in the hand.
I face palm at my saying of face palm. I mean, I didn't know that it could just explode either, but I wouldn't do it. Like,
what do you mean you didn't know? Of course it explodes after you pull out the pin.
I thought you clutch it, right? And then you pull out the pin, and it doesn't explode until you release that lever. So
it explodes.
So I thought you released it and then there's a certain time period and then it'll explode after you throw it.
No,
it can't explode immediately after you pull it out.
No, it has a time period, but you're expected to throw it away, but you pull the pin just before you throw it because after a certain time, no matter whether it's in your hand or on the ground, it'll explode.
Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys learned something, or hopefully you guys didn't learn anything, and
Yeah, hopefully
you weren't
you do
dumb
none
enough.
of these things.
Yeah, hopefully you weren't dumb enough to do any of these in the first place. But if you were, don't do any of them. They're very dangerous. We'll be back again tomorrow with a new episode.
And we'll see you guys then. Bye,
Bye.
guys. Love you.